Oh, okay. We've been up for a minute. Hi. Another black screen video. I'm half naked. Um, I was woke up from a nap. From a sleep actually. From a sleep. I actually got a little bit of sleep for once and woke up. I'm gonna explain to you why I'm awake. I'm going to explain to you the commotions going on. I'm going to explain to you the craziness that has just transpired in my life. Um, there is a lot of sex magic being thrown right now. It is 2:39 a.m. and the dream I had, I was in some random house and it was two people. Both of them were Libras. All three of us were Libras. This means that these two people that are attacking you have the same sign, not same sign, the same element as you. They could have the same sign, but they have the same element as you. Okay? I looked right at the timer when it hit 144 on my end. So, what they were doing was sex magic because they need money. So they pop into your dream. And what's going on is there is a male practitioner who is fucking this female practitioner. And they're both throwing sex magic at you because one of them has children that needs a house to live in. The other one has a child they are trying to run away from. They have both agreed to be mutual enemies upon you to get this desire to work out. The only reason they like each other is because they fuck and they have really good experiences. Now, the only reason why their experience is good is this man is closeted. Either this man is closeted or this man likes you more. And the frustration that he holds within you, he gives to her. They both love that energy. In the dream, I called them out. I actually talked to an ancestor who I'm being drawn very quickly away from talking about for too long. Not worry about them. That does not matter. Maybe you are doing the same thing. You keep this ancestor quiet. Now, in the astral, I had to show someone this ancestor. I ended up opening up a portal using ancient techniques that we will not go into the description of. I opened this portal and I acted as if it failed. I cloaked the opening of the portal, so instead of the rift being seen as a strip of light, it was instead looked like a dud. It instead looked like a supernova that is imploded on itself, right? The portal opened, the ancestor came through, everything was fine and dandy. I lied and said, well, the technique doesn't work. I mean, it does work, and I remember how to do it, but I couldn't get the rift to light up, so it didn't open. And the person believed it. Their name began with R. The male practitioner man's name began with T, and the female began with E. Okay, I would say names, and I will say names: Robin, Aaron, and Tyler. Sometimes they go by Ty, but that's exactly it. These people have ties to you via money. You have given these people money in the past, and they allowed that to be your bind between them because that's what they thought you would be the easiest to manipulate with because they know that you don't care about money. Unfortunately, this is where the Naga come in. And the Naga have been very helpful with you all on this journey by protecting your money and your gold. more your golds than your physical money. This is your spiritual piggy bank that they would be protecting. The same elements that they use in Aladdin to protect theirs are the same in the ones that you did are protecting yours, and that's how they want me to say it. But in the dream, the woman came at me, eyes rolled in the back of her head, possessed, and I looked at her, and she was coming at me sexually, wanting to enthrall sexually, and I zapped the fuck out of her. Full on exorcism, okay? Full. Hold on. Bro, I need to check if you're. I'm gonna have faith that you're charging. Um, Full on exorcism on this individual, okay? And I'm not gonna say what I did because the things that I was doing are very personal and very ancient. And these are techniques that no one should try. They are very risky. And without proper training, literally 30 minutes before it happened, I would have not been able to do it. But I didn't snap her out. What I did was I locked, froze, contained the entity inside of her. I ended up coagulating her blood system so that this entity would literally feed off of her instead. This woman practitioner is also pregnant, and the male practitioner is trying to get her to abort that child. I have locked them two in with a demon child. And this spreads across for multiple people. So if this does resonate for you, just know that that same energy they casted out is locked on them. These two people are not going to be separate. These two people are going to be hung together forever, okay? And that is how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, these people are working together with someone that can hack phones. Their name also begins with R. And funnily enough, their name is Raven. Now, before I went to sleep, I think it's through her and Bruher, the two crows within Norse mythology. I probably missaid their name so bad, but I don't really care right now. Y'all gonna come to me and disrespect me? I will disrespect you by spitting on your name. Fuck you. I don't care. They came in the form of them. One of them came hidden in the shadows, and the other one came in premonition. Anyway, they work together with this hacker, and this hacker does have access to your devices. And they are into the arts of scrying heavily. They love using mirrors, mirrors and smoke to scry. But since they can't scry on you with smoke, due to you not smoking or you being in areas where smoke does not stay stagnant for long, a very filtered and thoroughly aired area cannot hold smoke spirits, and they know this. So they use screens. It could be around a bunch of mirrors or screens against your will. And it's being used against you. You are being protected, but it is important for you to do your due diligence. I will say, if you have a screen, playing prayers through it will help. The vibrations of the words of God does and will prevent those screens from being portals. It ruptures the rift and it prevents their light from shining through because the light of the all is all that needs. Anyway, in the dream state after she was contained, she slumped over, and I looked at her as the male practitioner was coming, and I reanimated her, for lack of a better term, and I told her to rise. And she was fine for that time. Her eyes went back to normal. And the male practitioner had to show her in that state that a voicemail that was sent to her from him was a lie. The voicemail included a note. Now, reverse the roles. If you're a female, it's the female that did this. If you're a male, it's the male that did this. Because for me, the voice was too high. Apparently, I had a higher voice than the practitioner, but I don't. The practitioner has a higher voice than me. The thing is, though, they're using something against you, your light nature, that and or your sexuality, if it's a same-sex situation. The reason why is they want you to act more gay because they don't like that you are not closeted but do not show your sexuality, but they are closeted and their sexuality shows too much. Now, when after that happened, she got very confused. I even looked at the practitioner and said, "Why did you make my voice high?" And then immediately said after, "Oh, it's because I'm gay, isn't it?" He goes, "Yeah, it's because you're gay." I said, "Well, that doesn't mean my voice is going to be higher than yours." So we walked into the kitchen. Well, we came from the kitchen. We were walking down the hallway. And as we were walking down the hallway, a knock on the front door happened. And it was so loud that I heard it in real life. Part of me thinks that they were actually here, and with the car driving by, that's my confirmation. So they might have been on your actual property doing this dream work. I literally woke up. No, thank you for reminding me about that. Thank you, Spirit. I woke up and I had a vision of people being in a black GMC van, literally having sex in the back seat with the driver. Um, this driver is a cuck. They enjoy hosting areas for people, but this person has your address. This person's going to either be in jail or they're all three going to die in a car accident. That is the only two situations is going to happen. There's no escape from what they have done, and I personally am going to make sure of it because I don't need to deal with this, and you all don't need to deal with this. And I have been given permission from many forces, from many cultures, to go ahead and do what I need to do, which is what I do best. And I'm not going to play around or joke around. It's going to be simply done. And when you see the obituary or you see someone locked up, who gives a shit? Um, that's their fault. And then people will finally know and realize who's doing what. Anyway, the car pulled up and there was a knock on the door. And they were saying, "You all need to be quiet and go to bed," which is code for "get the fuck out of there." Now, before they opened the door, I teleported us all back to where I am now. And I ran into the room that I was in, and I laid in the bed and I did prayers, asking God to keep me cloaked, hidden, and protected with his armor. At the sign of that, the car picked them up. The female ran inside. I forgot to mention something very important. They don't want me to mention this. When the male practitioner and the female practitioner were being explained to, the female practitioner looked at me and said, "How did this happen?" And I said, "Someone has been doing a lot of sex magic on me, and it's the one thing that at that time I had forgot to cleanse from my aura." And I very much looked her in the eyes and said, "I just now remembered, just now." And that's when everything went blank for a minute for her. She zapped out completely. The male practitioner was about to run out the door, and that's when the van came up. It was a GMC black van, 1000%. Yes, I seen it. Okay. Anyway, after that ended, they both got in the car. They came in. Well, the female came back in. She checked, and she was like, "He's already asleep," meaning he's already gone. I was not, in fact, gone. I made sure I put a tracker on her, and I know exactly where they're at right now. The car honked. exactly 5 times and flashed its lights 3 times. That is their code for a portal opening and closing. That was their escape. That's how they quote unquote cloak. When I woke up, and I'm going to name drop, so everyone that knows me in real life will find out. Tyler asked me on Cash App for $50 for quote unquote D, which is code word for dick. He's been asking me for money to go to hotels to fuck men to do this work because I'm gay and you can't have sex with a woman and do sex magic on a gay man. You're fucking retarded, right? Anyway, I'm not going to do that. So I blocked him. I blocked Aaron because Aaron was the other practitioner in there. They're both whores and sluts. They have STDs, actually. Tyler ended up giving her one. She doesn't realize that yet, though, because they don't want to get tested because they're too afraid to get tested. And Tyler's been trying to get her to abort that child, too, so they can, so that Tyler can come to me and not feel bad about being closeted. I truly do not care if that message gets to them. And at the end of the day, this is a game they want to play. And I make the rules. And the rules say verbatim, because I wrote them 7 months ago. If you continue to mess with me, you will simply die. And I made sure it was a physical death. Because, again, do my prophets no harm. Simply will be the rules. Do not be surprised what happens to these people. And do not think that it's me doing some mojo hojo. It is between me and God approved of my rules. So they simply will find himself in a new grave. Whether that's them being even more homeless than before, or an actual, literal, bloody grave, that is up to God, not me. And the same goes for you all, collective. Those are the rules. Now, after I blocked both of them, I was immediately told to do this reading. My recording phone is dead. Do not ask me how I'm recording this video. Do not worry about how I'm recording this video. That is not here nor there, and it's not a worry for how. It is here, thank God, and we shall move on. And no, my face nor the cards being seen need to matter for the message. Either pay attention or leave. So, Mother, Father, what is else do we need to know? The Page of Water, this was their plan to come towards you emotionally. They felt that this was the correct way to come to you. And the only reason why the request for money was so direct is because he thought that honesty would win me over. For I am a very honest person. And I do respect honesty. But they felt like honesty would get them out of judgment. And it did not. These people were not strong enough to cause you emotional pain. In fact, they weren't even strong enough to cause you fear, worry, or doubt. These individuals were playing honestly in my face, and most likely in your all's collective, because they thought you were dumb and gullible. Unfortunately, for everyone, it is not hard to tell that when a drug addict needs drugs, that they will go to gay sex, that they will offer their body for it. That is not a surprise, and everyone knows whenever people are going to fuck behind their back. You cannot fool someone with that. I know a few people who have been fooled by it, but you cannot fool someone like me like that. I have, again, legit been to BDSM since I was 13, going into dungeons and learning the codes for sneaking away and doing things and coming back acting casual. You cannot fool a professional at their own game. You have to just leave. But their whole point was to cause you some form of emotional calamity, whether that be anger, whether that be sadness, confusion, fear, panic, anything, so that they could have a ruling. They are not going to be moving forward with any plan because of these heavy burdens. Unfortunately for them, everything that they have done is about to be outed. The person that they are depending on has a criminal history and actually possibly may have a court date with you soon. And that's for some of you all. That's why I say it like that. This person is bound to go to jail due to stalking, which can be seen as tampering with evidence or terroristic threatening before the court date, right? The Three of Pentacles inverted shows this plan was very, very, very bad. Now, one person had access to your socials, a social that these other two people did not have access to. So if they had access to your Facebook, your whatever, this person might have had access to your WhatsApp or your Telegram or your Kick or whatever third-party messenger that you use. Even going all the way down to Discord or Skype if you use it. Hell, you might have even had a conversation with this person on Zoom or what is it called? Google Classroom or something. Or what is it? No, Google Meet. Excuse me. Right? And that's how they got contact. They promised they were going to send you something, or they were only in contact with you to send specific information that they never did. That was the cord they used to hold on to you. This is all being set up by someone who claims to be a close friend, and I have had many premonitions of this person, their name beginning with K, getting hit by a car because they run in the middle of the street, signifying that their own stressful ambition of being wrapped up in an event so catastrophic as this has caused their own detriment, for they knew they should have never crossed your path. They wanted to get some form of revenge due to a 7-day of karma spell backfiring on them and making their life worse. And relationship spells that they did made their life worse because they were doing sex magic with other people to try to get to you. This person risked dying. This person has also used you for some form of monetary gain or some form of publicity, which is why they must be erased. Not just from you, but from your territory. These people are going to be digested by the wrath of God. With the Wheel of Fortune upright, collective, you have no more worries to worry about. Someone knows you are the real deal because now they cannot move forward from these waters. You have connected to a strong power, either ancestral or internal, that has put you on a new level. Something about the plasma man and your thymus chakra area has been revitalized and revamped. Despite the attempts to try and stab and dilute it and trap it into a jar or try to offshoot its vibration, it stands strong. There's also someone that you used to teach, a student, N or Nick. Nicholas is their name. They have decided to team up with your very close friend to try and get you back because they didn't want to lose you. So instead of doing the normal thing and messaging, they decided to attack. This person is a clone, which is why they have been bugging out so much lately. They are not human, they are a clone. They made a wrong choice in life. They were supposed to go one path, but they were too afraid to make that leap and went another path for lust, for sex, for drugs. And that is their own fault. They have been kicked from the heavenly kingdom, and they shall not be able to return this lifetime. These people thought it was a joke to mess with someone who was actually chosen in their evolution. Every one of these individuals only had an inkling of power due to due to them being connected to you, or better yet, spirit, thank you, due to their possession over you. They felt as if you owed them due to your royalty. Now, in the past life, when you were royal, you meet peasants in this life who deem that you owe them for punishments that you put them through in the past life. And you have already paid your karma. These people are not part of your North Node. You have paid your karma physically, not spiritually, physically, which is why the contract is done. All these people and more, someone's name is Monica, someone's name is Daryl. Someone's name is Cynthia. Someone's name is Siva. Someone's name is Rebecca. Someone's name is Jonathan, Daniel, Cody or Coda, Blaze, Derek, Constantinople, Constance, Terrence, Sal, Molly. There's an Arabic man that I do not know his name. I cannot pronounce it, but he my phone is not charging. Cool. Anyway, but he is a Assad. Thank you, spirit. These people have all been doing work on you because you know too much. Hell, you wouldn't be saying anything if they left you alone. And that's the one thing they don't realize. All of this harassment is to cover up a murder charge from a woman named Aurora and her boy toy named Lucas and or Christopher. These people killed someone back in 2012. And then they killed again in 2015. And then they killed again in 2019. And when you met these people in 2023, they killed again. But they didn't kill just anyone. They killed a soulmate, your divine masculine. That's who they killed. Or your divine feminine, take it as it resonates. Their spirit has not been able to rest, trying to find a vessel fit for you. It has been in competition with a warlock spirit who is professioned in body hopping. This is also as though this is someone very connected with voodoo as well. Okay? All these people know what's about to happen to them. With the Seven of Swords inverted, and there is no escape. These people have walked themselves exactly where they needed to be, into the trap. The Emperor inverted, their entire empire is falling apart because they wouldn't give something a rest when it came to you not being mentally burdened by what they have done. My left ear is burning. The Five of Swords indicates these people are now thinking in the past, wondering if they had a better option. With the Four of Earth, they did. They had a better option, but they chose to hold on to this one. And this is their punishment and their crime. The Nine of Fire, these people are not strong enough, nor do they have the wounds deep enough to handle the flame that is being cast upon them. With the Three of Pentacles upright, because a plan has been stopped to control your mind or to cause you a mental calamity of imbalances. Maybe you used to have a bipolar disorder that was magically induced, not actually. And besides the point, bipolar doesn't exist. It's not a bad thing. The earth has two poles. Being bipolar means that you feel normally. You do not feel like a robot. Robots have one or none, ones and zeros. When you have an array, you have multiple hues. And those hues are colors, and those colors are feelings or emotions that live and reside in man. Are we clear? So when you say you have bipolar, it is not an insult that is saying that you are alive. Not alive, you are living. You are a living being. All it means, you need to learn why those feelings hit so hard and how to have self-control with them. Stop making excuses and make improvements. Everyone. There's nothing but imbalances for these people in this time, in this way, and they know it. They were told by a practitioner and a reader not to do something on Saturday, for it would be the worst that they have done. These people don't realize that the sex magic that they threw was also backed by death magic. And this death magic was to kill your finances, for that would have you back into a struggle, which would then kill your life. But all this magic has backfired on a King of Wands, this warlock, who has been giving money to people so they can get their wishes to come true. Unfortunately for them, this love offer that they wanted to make with dark magic was not thought through, and this heavy burden resides on them. They're thinking about how they could have just teamed up with you to get to this new chapter, but instead they restricted you from love because of a harlot, Empress inverted, Queen of Pentacles inverted, and how they made this man feel with the King of Cups, like they were on top of the world. So they didn't leave them. This man only cared about power, and apparently he would like fool's gold over actual gold. The weight, both weights, time and matter, was too much. Father is time and matter. He refused to give you up to this warlock, for he said you were too much. So it stopped. The contract has not been active ever since that day, and they have been trying to find ways to get it reinstated. With the Hermit inverted, this information is now out. Someone did not believe or think that you would be able to do such a thing as this. With the Two of Pentacles crossing and the Four of Wands inverted, these people are going to be in the process of disbanding. And as they disband, they shall fall one by one. For they wanted you to fall by yourself, then they shall fall by theirs. This group of tightly knit individuals all have one goal. I want to live with you. I want to have sex with you. I want to get you pregnant. And then I want to kill you. That is all. They want to use you in a satanic sacrifice where they get you pregnant with the devil's child. And how they do that is they open up your womb by having sex with you. They then take you to their chapel where they put you on the altar and they summon a literal demon to rape you, inseminating you in your open wound with an actual demon, and then they cut that baby out of you instantly. The baby does not take months and stuff to grow. It will grow immediately after the demon is done. And they cut you open, they take the baby out, and they burn the building down. This is why so much house fire is popping up. I forgot the name of the movie, but I watched it in 2023. They are trying to replicate that ritual. And if I remember the movie, I will comment it down in the comments, and I will pin it. I don't watch movies. I have not watched TV since I was 13 years old. Probably younger than that, honestly. I do not like media. I do not like movies. I do not enjoy them. I do not care what they can teach me. They are portals, and if I really needed to know something, I can ask God or my guides. I don't need to waste hours of my time on being entertained to learn things. I can just learn them on my own. And that is how my mind has been ever since that age. And I have not changed it since. That's why I do what I do at the level I do it. And that's why I know what I know. That's why I'm not confused or eluded by all the mysteries of the world, because I understand it's my story and they're all aspects of me. I mean, I don't need to be seen through another person's lens. No offense to if you do, but that's how I am. Anyway, they know time is up, and they know they cannot keep this going. This is a very disgusting crime that will be busted. And again, collective, if you want to be part of the new moon ritual, today is Saturday. We will begin that. And if you want to be added to that list, let me know. Okay? I don't do my list like other people. I don't do my work like other people. I'm not other people, and I'm definitely not people. So do not worry about being too late. If the candle is still burning, it is still active. Simple as simple will. So just send a donation if you need, or send the request in if you need. Do not worry about it being too late. Do not fall for that. It's never too late. Remember, 3 days before, 4 days after. The Six of Swords and Justice, there's a very rocky road for them to this justice. Whatever event you had to protect yourself from in the astrals, or whatever event you were protected from in the astrals, is leading to your justice. Collective, this is officially over. And I can fully say that. I can 1000% say that. Without a doubt in my mind. These people did not follow the rules when it came to connecting with you. You came with instructions that these people ignored. Written in bold, the very top and the very bottom, is do not abuse, use, or steal property of God. The sun inverted. They passed you up because they felt like through you they could do anything. They cannot. Collective, I want you to be expecting gifts. I want you to be expecting new abilities. I want you to be expecting new energy. Anything, any line of study that these people were using against you, you will now have access to. They are now part of your skill bank. And if you won't use them, your ancestors for sure will. Your bloodline has just gotten stronger because of these imps coming up and attacking you. They were poverish in the last life, which is why they are still poverish in this life, for the same reasons: greed, murder, and lust. They move too fast because of money. The King of Pentacles upright to the Wheel of Fortune in the Tower, and that is their downfall. Moloch, you funny, funny little man. You always have a way with wrapping up these delinquents and promising them gold and not real, and you are just good at your game. So hats off to you, Moloch. The Nine of Swords inverted. My left ear is ringing. Moloch does not deserve to be hated. He's only doing his job. So thank you, Moloch, for your time. But leave my collective alone. You know, the Nine of Swords. There's no nightmare. There's no fear. There's no stagnation in your actions. Whether your stagnation in your actions would be to wake up and watch this video immediately, and you did, and it's like, oh, well, good, well, there you go, boom. There's an action that you took that proves that whatever just happened is over. Now, these people might try to run around and say, I never did that. That's a bunch of bullshit. But at the end of the day, why would I be dreaming of them? Why would they say collective betrayed them for stability when they never were ready nor put in the effort for that stability? And I know that someone's using my phone right now, like hacked it, using it as like a dual mirror to watch this, because I keep sensing and feeling that there's another individual watching this when there's none watching this right now. You have been caught, Anthony, and you will be suffering soon. We have the Seven of Swords. Again, it's all about the past. The past is coming back to haunt these people because the devil is not letting them escape. They tried to run off with something of Moloch's. They tried to take his kinder, his fire, his light. There is a way that I know, and you must just leave my energy. Simple as. With the Page of Swords inverted, again, these people had no idea. And the Five of Swords upright, but they would be left in the Two of Swords in complete illusion and delusion. They have no sign of sight in front of them at all. In fact, they have all been bound and rippled apart because of a dragon ancestor of yours, a draconic or naga ancestor of yours. Something very interesting about you and the Serpentines. A lot of you all have bad opinions on the serpents because of Apep, or Apopus, or Apop, however you want to say it. Unfortunately, for all you who think he is evil, he is not. He's a balancer. He is the chaos that allows the sun to rise. It gives Ra a reason to rise. He is not bad. He is balance within chaos. He balances with it. But these people are being forced away. They cannot steal your light, nor can they act as if they are Moloch by providing money, not in the form of killing children, which would have been the abortion, but they need money for that. It's actually the childlike light inside you that they were trying to kill at this point for sacrifice in that manner. And the Three of Pentacles, no. Moloch doesn't do that. Again, how many times do I have to tell you all Moloch does not accept child sacrifice? Well, that's your fault for not thinking that they would. It literally, did you, nigga, you're in the Bible. Did you not read your own book? He said he didn't believe that they would actually go for it. And he sounds very shocked, truly. He did not. But they did. They would go for it because humans are that stupid still. They have not evolved much at all. They are still like that. Like, and I don't want to say it, but I am gonna say it. Enlil probably should have killed those fucking retards, bro. Like, honestly. Like, can we go back to that council and really re-elaborate? Because as now, I'm not saying like, you know what I mean. Like, you already gonna wipe us out. I already know that, Father. I already know that. But I'm just trying to say, like, I knew you shouldn't have stopped them a little bit. You should have let them do it, and not in like a grievance way, but like, how long has it been and these niggas still doing that? How many times have you reset this universe, this whole galactical event? You know what I mean? How many times have you have and I get it's the sun cycle, and I get that it's ending fully the sun cycle too, truly. It is just so bizarre to sit here and witness these events firsthand. But truly, thank you for keeping me safe during it all, on him. Um, Six of Wands, though, and thank you for that confirmation if you're hearing me. Um, Love and blessings to you, truly. We have the Six of Wands. You win. Which is why you're able to move forward in love and peace. That's why you don't have any anger. There's no emotional response. It's neutral. But not neutral in the sense of indecision, neutral in the sense of there's no reason being. So I shall not give a reason. The Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands. You can sleep peacefully. You can rest easily now, knowing that this jinn, this monitoring spirit, this weight on your back is gone. My left ear is ringing. And the Two of Pentacles, because they are no longer allowed to juggle their options, for their fate has been sealed. Now, I will say this. You may have been taught a technique of how to eat monitoring spirits or how to remove them from your vessel. Depending on who you are, what bloodline you come from, and etc., depends on that. Okay? Some of y'all might be like, what do you mean eat? Well, y'all just have not existed long enough on this earth to truly understand what that means. Or the whole purpose of it all. Some of you all still haven't even realized the reptilian DNA inside of you yet, and how to use that to better yourself in the sense of siphoning negative energy and eating it, fueling yourself with it, and transmuting it. Humans are trees. The Four of Pentacles. Everything that is happening is on hold. You might not have been able to transfer money. And it's because the divine did not want any extra finance put to that. Someone also has access to a device of yours, physically or digitally, that you spend, that alerts them whenever you spend money. And that's when they want to ask you for things, because they want to pull up a receipt and let you know that, oh, I have access to this. But they know that can get them arrested too. So they have to play these unique games. With the Fool, your new life has begun, and a new emotional burden has begun for them. For this King of Cups, because they have woke up to a nightmare. Ace of Wands before their idea, and it's a dragonborn on the Ace of Wands on this deck. Your dragon ancestors, your Nagarian ancestors, the Nagas, they're after them, and there's no escape. I love you all, collective. Today's gonna be a fun day. 48 when I seen that, so definitely a fun day. I love you all so much, truly and forever. I'll see you all later.